Today on Getting Real with the Housewives, Rachel Fuda and Jennifer Fessler reveal if they think Margaret Josephs is messy behind the scenes.
I certainly don't see her as a shrinking violet. I mean, she's not going to hold back.
Plus, Melissa Gorga wants to get back on track with Teresa. Brandi Glanville is taking legal action. Heather Dubrow sports her son, and Housewives weigh in on Scandal. We've got that plus so much more on today's Getting Real with the Housewives. Hey guys, Christina Garbaldi here with Us Weekly executive producer Mandy DeCamp, and welcome to Getting Real with the Housewives. It's nice to take a Housewives break after all the Scandal news this week.
Oh my gosh, but it seems like everything pales in comparison to the Scandal news. I just feel like I don't even have room in my brain for Housewives right now when all I can think about is Tom and Ariana and Raquel. But we will get to that on Reality Recap, so please stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned. But let's see what you guys had to say about last week's show. Joanne says, I think Teresa going to therapy helped her temper and to stay in control of things. And I commend her for that because she did reach out to her brother, but I still hope that they can make amends. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Yeah. Lori Gonzalez said, I don't think Teresa would have reached out if it wasn't for Louis. Get it right. Don't put this all on Joe. This crap is getting old. No one needs to go. Just put the past where it belongs, in the past.
I think they've tried that.
I think they've tried that. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I agree. We need to move on and put this in the past, but I don't know if that's going to happen with both of them still on the show. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll see what happens in real time, I guess, and the reunion.
Definitely. Will says the new season of Ultimate Girls Trip looks like it's going to be hilarious. It looks like Giselle is the one who is stirring up all the drama in Thailand this season. I'm excited for it too. We're just a couple weeks away. It's going to be a lot of fun. Well, speaking of Ultimate Girls Trip, this is Ultimate Girls Trip Season 4, but attorneys for reality star Brandi Glanville have sent a letter to Warner Brothers demanding that it release audio and videotapes that they claim will prove that she did not sexually harass Caroline Manzo during the Ultimate Girls Trip filming. So Caroline has claimed that Brandi touched her in the breast and genital area without her consent when they were off camera back in January. Attorneys for Brandi say that Shed Media, which is a Warner-owned production company that makes the show for Peacock, should release the audio from the microphones immediately to show Caroline's claims were allegedly unwarranted. Her lawyer claims that the decision not to release the tape while the accusations were being reported in the press was a cynical ploy for ratings, and the idea presumably being that the potential viewers' interest would be piqued by press reports about the behavior. They demand that the letter that Warner Brother release them now. I mean, I'm interested to watch, so I guess it is a ploy for ratings.
No, totally. And I'm interested to hear the audio if they think it would prove otherwise. I totally want to watch this season.
I know. I'm ready for this season. But it is interesting. And I wonder, since legal action is being taken, if they are going to be forced to release those tapes. I mean, I don't know if they would be, since Caroline's not pressing charges, I don't think. So I don't know. Yeah. Kind of put our legal hat on and try to figure this one out. Yeah.
I'm excited for that season. See what's to come. All right. Well, back to Jersey. Melissa Gorga seems open to the idea of reconciliation with Teresa. She told Extra recently, I think it's all playing out, honestly, on the show. It's been rough. I don't think there's any denying that. What you're watching is our real feelings. I feel like there's a lot of chatter going on outside the show on social that makes no sense. It doesn't really coincide with anything that's really going on. While Melissa's saddened by the whole situation, she hopes that she and Teresa can eventually be able to coexist and mend this fractured family. She said, of course, I'm happy for her. I want her to be so happy. I want the girls to be happy. They're in this, new stage of life with a new man, and I'm happy for her. Sometimes it's just toxic, and it's like, at what point do you say, okay, I'm done with the back and forth. I just want to make it better at this point. I want to be able to be in the same room. It's interesting, watching this season back, because they are in the same room for many seasons so far. So it's kind of weird that we know what's to come, and that I feel like they definitely can't be in the same room.
Right. I feel like, and I know I saw some chatter online about this, and I kind of agree that Melissa and Joe are kind of hearing the social media chatter and that people are not taking their side this season. Mm. And they're like, okay, Teresa, extended an olive branch, invited you to her love bubble party, wanted to make peace. You shut it down. In a preview for next week's episode, it looks like Joe kind of opts out of another event. So it seems like people are kind of maybe on more Team Teresa, which maybe Joe and Melissa weren't expecting. And now they're like, all right, well, let's be in the same room together. Let's try to put this let's try to make peace now so we can save our spot on the show.
Also, Louis is helping her situation, yes. I think, because he is trying to be a peacemaker. as much as he can. And at least Teresa has that on her side. So it looks like even if Teresa's not the one, even if she's the one saying like, oh, this is what did she say about the chosen family?
Yes.
I feel like we are getting a better side of her just because of Louis. So
I think so too.
A little slanted, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, the Black Eye saga just keeps on going. So Heather Gay from Salt Lake City claimed that Bravo has footage of the Black Eye incident and that she thinks that the network should release it. I mean, we've been saying this since it happened. Yeah. She told attendees at a book event, the Black Eye edit that was so messy and so weird and so much was happening outside of the scenes that just didn't track. And it was stupid. When someone from the crowd asked her what really happened, she repeated saying that she doesn't remember, saying, I blacked out, but there were cameras everywhere and they should have footage of it, and I don't know why they're not showing it. While obviously this still remains a mystery, it does seem like this mystery is solved because she did say that Mary Cosby is set to return for next season, and she will be a part of the lineup for season 4. So that's exciting. But I really want to know why they're not releasing this footage. Like
maybe it's like boring. Maybe it's just her falling into the plant or the bathroom counter, and like they're just like, this will kind of ruin the mystery and make this dumb. I don't know.
Like, I want to be done with that. I need closure on this.
I need closure too.
Is there like some legal thing that maybe could happen? I mean, Jen Shah's already behind bars, so I don't know what could happen there. I don't know. It's very strange.
Very strange. But yeah, so Mary's back. This will be interesting. I think they need it though. I think this cast needs a shakeup. Not only Mary, I think they need some new people. But Mary will definitely help.
Definitely. Oh yeah. She's not afraid to say what she has on her mind.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving on over to OC, Heather Dubrow announced her 12-year-old child has come out as transgender. The Real Housewives of Orange County star revealed the news on March 4th. She wrote on her Instagram, it's International Son's Day. We love you, our youngest son, Ace. Our job as parents is to give kids a safe and supportive environment so they can grow up a healthy, happy, confident, independent humans. Since Ace is a 12-year-old child with a long life ahead of him, we will let him tell his own story someday if he chooses to do so. All we can say is, Ace, we love you so much, and we are proud to be your parents, your brother, your sisters. Love and support you too. Terry Dubrow, Heather's husband and Ace's father, commented, thank you for spreading the love. Ace is the youngest of Terry and Heather's 4 children. The couple married in 1999. They also share twins, Nick and Max, who are 19, and daughter Kat, 16. Heather has supported all of her kids as they've explored their gender and sexuality. In June 2020, Max came out as bisexual. Kat, meanwhile, came out as lesbian in February 2022. At the time, the reality star went on to tell her Instagram followers how much she loves showing off her version of normal family, explaining, it's really important that we provide an environment of unconditional love and acceptance for our children and let them know that humans come in all different colors, genders, sexualities. Once we start appreciating this and practicing inclusion, love, and acceptance, the better off we will all be.
Good for Ace. I mean, and good for them for being such supportive parents. And you can tell by all the comments that they had, like Andy had the clapping emojis. Lance Bass said acing the mom thing. So, and Gina said, love you and your whole family. Your hashtag mom goals always have been and continue to be. So yeah, it's great that they provide such a loving and supporting household for their kids and for their family.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll see this as part of next season of OC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wonder. Because, I believe probably filming would be wrapped, but who knows? Maybe that they were filming this and decided to announce it now. So good for them. All right, well, let's get into this week's Real Talk. And we recently caught up with Jennifer Fessler and Rachel Fuda, who revealed if they really think Margaret is messy behind the scenes, like so many accuse her of being. Take a look. Teresa recently said on her podcast that Margaret is messy, so involved and so toxic and behind a lot of the stuff that happens on the show. What is your reaction to that?
I don't think that Margaret's messy. And it's funny because when I get messy, it annoys Margaret. She doesn't she doesn't like sloppy, messy, but I don't see her that way at all. I certainly don't see her as a shrinking violet. I mean, she's not going to hold back. That's part of what makes her her, but I think she is thoughtful. She has a sharp tongue and she says some things that, and you'll see as the season progresses, that I don't always love the way she approaches things because she has a really sharp tongue, but I would not call her messy. No.
I don't think she's any of those things. I really don't. I don't know Margaret to be that to me. So she's been nothing but good to me. She's been kind to me. She has been a support person for me.
Yeah, I mean, things between Margaret and Jennifer definitely got messy this episode. So let's recap it. I mean, this was an intense fight.
It was. I went back and forth on whose side I took, but I'm going with Marge. I like to call her Marge. I'm going with Marge because I just feel like Jennifer is stirring the pot in any which way she possibly can this season. And I have a theory. I feel like because she opened up about her marriage to Bill in this episode to Melissa, she was saying how she feels like she just does all the work for the kids and she's like there to work for him, and he, will reprimand her if it doesn't go, if the kids aren't doing well or whatever. I think she's trying to make her name for herself on this show, make herself relevant on the show. And I think maybe she's going to leave Bill eventually. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't actually think she's going to leave Bill, but maybe she's just thinking, can she do it? Can she be, live this lifestyle on her own?
Right. And that she makes a good point. I mean, it would be so interesting if she did. And but I mean, she's kind of like giving him all the signs, like, you need to like gas me up. You need to like be there for me and support me. And if he doesn't change, maybe she will. Who knows?
Or maybe that's all for the cameras too. Who knows? Right. I feel like so much of her life is just for the cameras.
Yes, I do. I really, really like Jennifer Fessler. I think she's great. Being like, ladies, I have neighbors. Like, you need to take it down a notch. Get out of my house. Like, I'm not doing this. Like, it's got to be so strange for these newcomers to come in and be like, I've never had a friend group that just sits there and fights all the time.
No, she's like, we have fried chicken and waffles. How could you fight over fried chicken and waffles? They can.
They can, and they do. But yeah, this was a pretty intense fight. I don't know how you really come back from this one. It was pretty bad. I mean, calling her nothing but a disheveled little drug addict is some fighting words.
Yeah, fighting words. I mean, Margaret and Jennifer are probably the two most like animated women on this show, the two most kind of over the top when it comes to fighting. So seeing them go at it is something.
Yeah. What did you think of, I think it was Gia who said that she hasn't felt like a family with Melissa and Joe since right before Louis, which I felt was interesting. It seems like just everybody that Teresa dates or married to, they have a problem with. I mean, yes, Joe Giudice was, awful at times. I mean, you can't really doubt that. But it does seem like Louis came in with good intentions. I mean, yes, a lot of people were like, oh, is he just here for the fame? Is he just here for the money and things like that? But no, it seems like they actually really are in love.
It definitely seems like they're really in love. Mm-hmm. I'm curious what all these kids are going to be like in like 5 to 10 years. If maybe Jersey's not on anymore, or Teresa and Melissa aren't on anymore. Like, will they continue this feud, or will the kids make up and be real cousins and real family?
Yeah, totally. It's very interesting. We'll have to wait and find out. And then what did you think of Valentina's birthday party?
Oh my gosh, I loved it. I was like taking notes for my daughter's future 4th birthday or 5th birthday party. Totally over the top. So Jersey. I liked it.
I like it, and I like them. I really do. Yeah. Like I said before, I like the new Housewives. I think they bring a fresh feel to it, and they really are like stepping in nicely. But I'm ready for like the more like, yes, Jennifer and Margaret gave us some drama, but I feel like I need a little bit more. I feel like we're kind of
more
just
drama.
And I just feel like we're just kind of cycling through the same storylines over and over again. So I'm ready for like something more to happen.
Yeah. I do feel like we see Rachel at some point say like, well, I have a mind of my own, Teresa. I'm going to make my own decisions about these people. So maybe Rachel will maybe some of the new Housewives will start to give their opinions a little bit more. I feel like they're playing it safe a little bit, the new Housewives. And I feel like it's, another episode. I feel like we need to hear more about their opinions on everything.
Definitely. All right. Well, let's head on over to Potomac. We have wrapped things up. This season is now officially done. Yeah. It ended with the interview with Robyn about Juan's infidelity. I really don't think after what she did, she'll be back next season.
I don't think she should be.
No, I don't think so either.
I really don't. I mean, I appreciated that Andy really grilled her on it and was like, this was part of your life. It was you just told us it was part of the reason your wedding was postponed. That's part of her storyline then. I mean, I guess, I'm curious with our viewers too, if you could tell us in the comments, do you think that if no one else mentions it because I don't know it's happening, that you are still owe it to cameras and to the viewers of the show to bring something up if it's truly happening? Right. It's a little bit of a tricky situation. No one knew what was going on at the time, sort of. Is it okay that she just ignored that giant elephant in the room?
No, and she kept saying, I was waiting for Karen to bring it up. So did Karen know? And Karen did bring up that Juan was stepping out with another woman. I mean, who could forget the sketch? So, so yes, he did bring up that she was stepping out with somebody. And you could have just said, oh, no, this is what happened. Yes, nobody would believe you because that story is sketchy AF.
Yeah, what do you think about the story itself? Like,
it makes no sense. Like, yes, he went to the hotel room to pay for this random woman's hotel bill that he's never met before and talked on Instagram. Like,
even if that is the truth, I'd still be pissed.
Right. Like, that is so weird. Like, I would never
not pissed. I'd be like, live it.
Yes. Like, this is bizarre. So yeah, I don't know about that one. So yeah, I would be really surprised actually if Robyn was back next season.
Me too. I think it might be done. She might have. Mm-hmm. Hopefully her podcast is doing well because she's going to need it.
She's going to need it. Yeah. And then, Gizelle and Chris finally kind of hashed it out, I guess. I mean, she apologized for calling him a sneaky link.
Yes.
But I feel like, yes, she's validated in her feelings and how he made her feel, but they did bring up a good point. It's like, what did he actually do versus how he made you feel? And did he really deserve all this backlash? I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I mean, obviously they were the only two there that day that were in that room together, and feelings are feelings, but he didn't do anything, and she admits that. So I don't think that was really fair that he got drugged through the mud the whole season. And then we also see that Candace was pissed off once she found out about Robyn and Juan. Right. Because she was like, Chris took all the heat. Yeah. But like Robyn said, they were two different situations. So I feel like one didn't really have to do that much with the other, but I do think Juan and Robyn's situation should have been discussed during the season. But yeah, I felt bad for Chris.
I did too. And, Gizelle waiting 5 months for cameras to turn back on to talk about this. It was like, could she have brought it up to Candace beforehand? Yes. Are they making a TV show? Yes. So it's hard. It's like kind of going back to Robyn and Juan. Should she have brought it up, even though it happened 5 months ago? Probably, because this is what you're paid to do. Then Gordon saying he hasn't penetrated any of Mia's friends. I can't with that couple. I just can't.
I can't either. It's so insane. Also, I love how they brought real receipts, actual car receipts. That was a cool thing. And I also appreciated that Andy defended Charisse, because I feel like, she got a little bit of, not treated right this season. And I feel like Andy was like, we decided to bring her back. Right. I like that he defended her.
No, I do too. And who knows, possibly with Robyn gone, maybe they'll bring Charisse back as in a full-time role, maybe next season. But yeah, no, I mean, she didn't just call up one of her friends and be like, I'm coming back on the Housewives. They have to reach out to her and make that happen. And they did. I thought that she was a good addition, even though Karen and her didn't get along. I mean, it still provided some good banter. I feel like Karen kind of got off the reunion a little easy.
Karen?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. Also, I can't believe she was actually filing her nails on the couch at one point.
I love these ladies. They really are amazing.
I also think this is the best dressed reunion. I really appreciated that they actually coordinated. They were all wearing a shade of blue. They looked beautiful.
They did look beautiful. I love it. It was a good season, wrapping it up. But it's crazy that Just Jersey is on right now. I feel like any day now, hopefully we'll get the OC trailer. So I'm sure that's next up in line. And then, of course, we have Ultimate Girls Trip coming up. But I feel like there's a little lull in Housewives, but not a lull in Vanderpump. So let's get over to our social spotlight. And, everybody was talking about the scandal of Tom Sandoval hooking up with hooking up with Raquel while he was with Ariana. That Frankel tweeted, I understand exactly none of this, but evidently it's about Tom. I love that.
I love this too. It's so good. I saw someone share the meme too that Luann and when she was like, just tell me it's not about Tom. And
Yes.
yeah, that
I love that.
on the bed. So good.
Yeah, and then Luann shared this Sandoval is the Countess Luann of Vanderpump. Luann captioned it, "How did I get dragged into this?"
Yeah.
I just love it so much.
So good.
So, Mandy, what's your social?
Mine goes to Erica Jane. Haven't heard from her in a while, but she shared this topless photo with her hair covering her chest. Very beautiful. She looks incredible for her age. And she just said, "Tell him I say hi," with the nail emoji.
Love it.
Good.
Love it, love it, love it. All right. Well, that is it for this week's episode of Getting Real with the Housewives. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Should Robyn be back next season on Potomac? Would love to know what you guys have to say about that. Keep subscribing, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye. For more news, content, and exclusive interviews, make sure to hit the sub, like, and bell button down below and visit usmagazine.com.